Today we have the privilege of honoring Citizens Energy Group employee David Pauly with a Jefferson Award. David is a valve and regulator mechanic who has worked at Citizens for 29 years. He is being recognized for the work he does around the world to serve those in need. David and his family started Increase Ministries in 2013. They teach concepts such as self-esteem and forgiveness in schools and orphanages, often dressed as clowns to connect with the children, and provide resources for teachers. They have traveled to Cuba, Ghana, India, Kenya, the Philippines, Rwanda, and Tanzania.
Okay, Increase Ministries was pretty much birthed after we had been traveling back and forth to Cuba. We had been invited by one of the leaders there to go to Rwanda. Our entire family went, and we thought we were going to be ministering at a small orphanage, 20, 30 kids, and we thought that'll be a piece of cake. Well, they basically put us up in front of 2,000 kids with like 3,000 adults. And so all of a sudden our little thing became big quickly. And so we came back and our lives were changed. We were like, as I had been a children's pastor for 30 years, and when we came back, we didn't know how to process everything that we had seen. We had seen poverty like we had never seen. We had seen the lack of resources like we had never seen. And I looked at my children's church and our children's ministry, and I thought, are we doing all that we can be doing? And so David and I had a long discussion about all of it, because it would have been easy to walk away and say that was a nice little trip, but it wasn't. We couldn't do that. We decided to step out and focus on traveling overseas and training leaders overseas. And that was a huge step for us, because that put us down to one income. And so it was a huge step of faith, but David decided that he was willing to take on that burden.
I've definitely learned a lot from my dad. For my entire life, he's been an example of humility and generosity with his time and money.
When David's daughter Rebecca found out that her dad was being nominated for the Jefferson Award, she said, and I quote, "My dad is an amazing man. He's the most selfless, caring, and thoughtful person I know. He's always ready to do for others without looking for recognition. It just comes naturally for him. He sacrifices his time and finances to make sure those around him succeed and flourish."
So in June of 2017, I went to Nairobi, Kenya with David and Carol, and we went and did children's ministry and ministered to about 2,200 kids, and did leadership training with about 120 pastors. So and part of the trip was doing the clown ministry, and that was very uncomfortable for me, but seeing David interact with the kids as a clown and get them excited and be goofy really made me realize that I could do it, and it was really a cool thing to be part of.
If you hang around David very long at all, you're going to see him helping. You're going to see him interacting with other people, encouraging them, always with a smile. He and Carol take care of elderly families. They personally visit them. They take them to the doctor. They're there for them when a lot of other people may forget them. They host small groups in their homes. David's somebody who's making a difference every day with his life.
I was so excited when they said that he won the Jefferson Award, because I know he works so hard all the time, and he does everything just out of his compassionate heart. Ever since I was a little girl, I just remember him, whether it was a little old lady at church that needed her furnace looked at, or one of his friends needed help tiling the floor, or one of my friends needed help moving or something like that. He was just always willing to help.
Seeing how he just gives and gives to the community, and it's never about David, it's about how he can help other people, and that's whether it's here in the community, in our church, or just all over the world. Even when we were in Kenya, he served very selflessly, and that was really cool to see, and I want to model that as well.
Congratulations, David Pauly, on being named Citizens Energy Group's 2019 Jefferson Award recipient.